Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. Very good afternoon to you wherever you are on the globe, on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, Canada, Australia, or right here in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, you're highly welcome to this afternoon, Friday afternoon edition. Thank God it's Friday. Yes. Look, Ghana Black Stars are facing Angola later this afternoon. Dear friend, I will bring you every detail of that game, maybe later in the night or by the time you are up tomorrow from bed. Ghana is expected to win that game. It's not going to be easy, but we will have to win that game if we stand any chance at all going to the AFCON. If Ghana really want to be in the AFCON in Morocco next year, then we must win that game. In fact, Niger Republic has done us a favor by beating Sudan yesterday. And so the honors now lie on us to beat Angola today. Yes, failure to do so, we are out of the AFCON. Dear friend, but I am not here for that right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about something. You know, I like analysis. Yes. I am an analyst. You see, the gimmick in the Premier League, the news, what's the right way? Yes, it's a gimmick that the Premier League is too physical for certain kind of players. Sometimes baffles my mind. It baffles my mind because if you are a footballer and a team or a league is presumed to be physical, you are the player. And you as a player, you should know the particular position you fit in to play in a particular squad. I don't think there is a defender that is so weak. Yes, so weak. You are a defender and you are so weak to the extent that so the Premier League is too physical and therefore you cannot defend in the Premier League. If you are a defender, naturally you should be fit, you should be strong, and you should be able to face any form of attack. If you are a midfielder, defensive midfielder, you should be firm, you should be strong enough to defend your team from that DM position. Well, even if you are a striker, ladies and gentlemen, in today's technological world, you should be able to build yourself to that level where you can stand tall among strikers. Because definitely, no matter where you are playing, defenders of the opposition team, they will intimidate you if you are not fit. Yes, I understand the Premier League is somehow more physical than some other leagues. But you have to find a limit and a way around it if you have to accommodate yourself in a league. Oh yes, not somebody accommodating you. If you have to accommodate yourself in a league, and if the club that is, that bought you are to make use of you in the Premier League, then you will have to find a way to fit into that system. I also want to point out, coaches also have a role to play in the so-called players that are not fit enough for the Premier League due to the physicality. You see, when Pep Guardiola joined Man City in 2016, yes, 2016, Pep came to Man City in 2016. There were many people saying that Pep Guardiola's style of football is not fit. I mean, he will not succeed in the Premier League. The tic-tac football will not succeed in the Premier League. The Premier League is physical. Many have said it. I remember very well, 9 years ago, I remember very well. Many have thought that Pep will not succeed in the Premier League because of his style of football as a coach. But guess what? He found a way around the physicality in the Premier League. He let go certain players that he believed that those players did not fit into his system. Oh yes, Kun Aguero was in Man City when he came. Yaya Toure was in Man City when he came. I could remember players like Vincent Kompany. They were all in the Premier League when Pep came. These are tough players. Gradually, Pep Guardiola was able to get rid of all these players and build his own team. Got his own squad in place. You could tweak the on-the-ball shape to make the deficiencies that your players have and have less defensive responsibilities if you want to play the tic-tac football. Get it from me again. You could tweak the on-ball shape to make room for your deficiencies or your deficient players to have less defensive responsibilities within your squad. What does that mean? Listen, usually you will see a team using the positional play system, having the lesser physical players in the league. Yes, usually you will see a team using a positional play system, having a lesser physical players in the league. What did they do? That is where the meaning of attacking football comes in. The more you attack, the less work you have to do in defense. You see, because 60% of the defending comes from keeping the ball. 60% of defending comes from keeping the ball. Now, if you can't keep the ball, then that means that you have to pack the bus and you have to be more physical in defending. We, Chelsea, we have to learn to do that. Because Nkunku and Felix, Christopher Nkunku and Felix, and to some extent, Enzo Fernandez, are players Chelsea should not try to lose in the summer. Make no mistake, if K is not given, we will lose, especially Christopher Nkunku, to PSG in the summer. Enzo Maresca will have to find a way around. So far, so good. But look, all is not well within the squad. Let's not deceive ourselves. No matter what, you can't keep a squad with set players on a bench happy. You cannot keep a squad with set players like Felix, Christopher Nkunku, Enzo Fernandez on a bench happy. No. Maresca wants this team to have on-the-ball features of Man City with off-the-ball features of Bournemouth, Newcastle. It is not possible to keep set players on a bench and have these features in your team. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, Caicedo, which I'll be touching on very soon. Yes, I have something to talk about Caicedo very soon. Caicedo, Lavia pivot. That is very solid defensively. Yes, so keep the ball more and have faith in them once you do lose it. Caicedo and Romeo Lavia, very solid in defense in their DM positions. Keep the ball more and have faith in them if you lose the ball. Paraventure. We need to have a better attacker, not in Malo Gusto. Not Malo Gusto in the half space. Gusto makes it 6 defenders and 4 attackers for us. That's not a balance. Having no facilitator in the midfield makes the job harder for Cole Palmer. We are having fun because Palmer and Jackson are fit, and we think we have Felix, Nkunku, and elite replacement. If they get injured, if Cole Palmer gets injured, or if Nicola Jackson gets injured, we think we have Felix and Nkunku as elite replacement. That is our thinking. Listen, dear friends. You see, well, not for long. That would be. No. More so in the case of Nkunku, players would rather like to go to smaller clubs for game time. Look at Alvarez of Man City. And he had way more minutes than Nkunku right now in the Premier League. Bring players like Nkunku, Felix, Enzo, and try to keep the ball more, alongside putting faith on our DMs. That's Caicedo and Lavia. Shielding and protecting them. Ladies and gentlemen, I love Maresca and his adaptability. But this one aspect is getting annoying. And being stubborn at this point will not help us going forward. Maresca will have to find a way of making sure Christopher Nkunku and João Felix fit into this squad. Not Malugusto playing in the half space. Ladies and gentlemen, now, this afternoon, I'm about to run up. But quickly, look at this chart on your screen. I just spoke about Caicedo. Look at this on your screen right now. This is the midfielder chart. Ryan Gravenberch against Moise Caicedo. Ryan Gravenberch against Moise Caicedo. That is what you can see right there on your screen. Dear friend, £115 million Moise Caicedo is #1 best midfielder in the league. Comparably, right now, what you can see on your screen, defensive work, midfield battalion, midfield maestro right now in the Premier League is very clear. Caicedo is far ahead of Gravenberch. Gravenberch is the only one actually right now that can compete with Caicedo in the league. Not even Declan Rice. Not even Declan Rice. Oh yes. You see, looking at these statistics, I show you right now. Caicedo is far ahead of Gravenberch. Then talk less of Rice. Compare Rice and Gravenberch, then you will now understand the level of Moise Caicedo. Last season, we didn't see much of him. This season, remember, he's still young, 21-year-old Moise Caicedo. That is his midfield coverage alone on your screen. His defensive work. The only area from that graph that I showed you, the only area that Caicedo needs to improve on is his creativity. Creativity into the final third. That is the only area that Gravenberch is a little bit, closer to him, if not ahead. But, ladies and gentlemen, Moise Caicedo, currently as we speak, is #1 in the Premier League when it comes to the midfield work, the defensive work. Well, quickly before I let you guys go, some big shout out to you guys. Anefio Moses say, good morning, Mr. Selon's blog. It's been a while I comment here, but I always make sure at any time I come across your video, I give you a thumbs up. Nigeria almost slipped off in the last night match. Anefio Moses watching from Delta State, Nigeria. Moses, don't just pass by anytime. Not anytime you pass by. Make sure every day you wait for our news. Make sure every day you look out for Selon's blog. Make sure every bless. If you have not on your notification bell, on it on your YouTube, so that anytime we upload a new video, you will first be notified. Yes, and if you're Moses, big shout out to you out there. Albert Autry says, please, bro, stop Ghanaian football and let's talk of Chelsea. Ghana is not serious in everything, from economy to our football. Everything has messed up. Albert from Tadi, Ghana. My good friend Albert is well. It is well. It is well. Some few years back, Ghana was number one in Africa. Stephen Appiah, Michael ACM, Usile Montare, and the rest, when they were in the Black Star. There was a time our midfield was the world best midfield. Yes, 2006 when we went to the World Cup, 2006. Ghana's midfield was tagged the best midfield in the world. You can go back and check the videos of the 2006 World Cup, the 2008 AFCON. Go back and check those videos. You hear the commentators. All the updates that time was the midfield of Ghana was the most solid around the globe. Because you look at Sule Montare, Michael Essien, then Stephen Appiah. These three, Sule Montare, Michael Essien, Stephen Appiah. Then who else? I mean, there are other players that when you look at the midfield of Ghana then, you know that indeed we carry squad. But right now, so it's seasonal. Right now, it's seasonal. Some other teams are enjoying it. And we need to build, we need to start building from scratch. Our government are not helping us in any way, actually. Anyway, big shout out to you, Albert from Takoradi, Ghana. The last here from Abba Francis Abba Selon. I think for me, before a referee are assigned to any officiating, they should be tested for drugs or doping before entering the field of play. Well, it means that the referees cannot be appointed ahead of time. Normally, referees are appointed that next week you are officiating Chelsea's game. Now, if you want to test them prior to the match, then what if at that moment there is no replacement? Because all the referees have already been assigned to various, stadiums or stadia. You understand it? The best thing is that once in a while there should be a random testing of the referees. Yes, that I agree on that. Big shout out to you, Abba Francis Abba. Big shout out to you guys all out there in Nigeria or on the continent of Africa and in a whole, in Europe, in America, in Canada, Australia, or right here in Southeast Asia, Malaysia to be precise. Big shout out to you guys. I'll see you all in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.